Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh my goodness. Does anybody still talk about menopause? Yes, I said menopause. If you are of a certain age, you are going to get menopause if you haven't already got it. I remember back in the day, I had a girlfriend, and she said she started menopause at age 25. Now, I've never ever heard of anybody having menopause at age 25, but she said age 25 is when she started. Now, I'm 68 years old. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Chef Renee, the personal chef. And I started menopause at age 40. I had to have a surgery. I had a hysterectomy at age 40. And the day I had that hysterectomy was the day I went into menopause. Now, some people go into menopause much later in life, while others may go in early, like my girlfriend, age 25, she went into menopause. But for me, menopause started at age 40 because of the surgery that I had to have. And I'm sharing having a hysterectomy is something that's very, very personal. But I'm sharing that. I'm going to share that I did have to have a hysterectomy because I was having a lot of bleeding, and I bled for 7 weeks non-stop. And I forgot what they called that when I was doing all this heavy bleeding. It'll probably come to me in the video. But yeah, I had a lot of heavy bleeding, so I had to have a hysterectomy. And then after the hysterectomy, that same day I went straight into menopause. I was having hot flashes and cold sweats. Now, for those of you, most people, when they think of menopause, they think of hot flashes. And you do get hot flashes, like you'll be, just say you're at the grocery store. You're at the grocery store, you just walking up and down the aisle, just doing your regular shopping. You're not doing nothing, that's making you, excruciate. What's the word I'm looking for, you guys? Is it excruciating, or you guys know what I'm talking about? When you get 68, you forget stuff. But anyway, I was in the store and I was just standing up there shopping and stuff, just walking up and down the aisle. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, warm water, just felt like somebody had a bucket and just poured that bucket over my back, in my head, because I was sweating from my head. I was sweating my back. The back is really where I was sweating really bad. It was coming down my neck, even in the front. So I was just really sweating all over it. And I'm like, what is this? And so I talked to my mom about it, and she used to talk about menopause and stuff, but I never really knew what to expect. I knew I was going to be getting some hot flashes, and I didn't know anything about the cold sweats, the nights, and you get them at night too. Well, anyway, I went through this for some years, and then it stopped. And I mean, it has stopped for some years. It stopped for like maybe 5 years, five or more years. It just stopped. And then one day it started back up again. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, I'm too old to still be going through this. I'm 68 years old. I should not be having no hot flashes. I should not be having no night sweats. I have more night sweats than anything. And when I tell you night sweats, it'll be like 55 degrees in my house. That's cold. It'll be cold because I can't sleep with heat. So it'll be cold, cold, cold in the house. And then all of a sudden, I'll wake up. I'm soaking wet. I'm perspiring that bad. All up underneath my neck is wet. My back is wet. My sheets are wet. I have to sleep basically with a towel. And don't let me sleep on something nice and soft like this. This is going to be soaked and wet. I mean, like, wring it out wet. So, yeah, menopause is still around, and menopause is real. And don't think for 1 minute, ladies, that we're the only ones who get menopause. Men get menopause. And the way I know men get menopause, my husband told me. When my husband was alive, my husband told me, he said, do you know that men get menopause? I said, nope, I sure did not know that. He said, yeah. He said, men get menopause. And he said, I be having hot flashes. He said, I have night sweats. He said, everything women go through, he said, men go through. He said, they won't admit it. He said, but yeah, he said, men get menopause. And I was just wrote a few notes down so that I wouldn't forget what I wanted to talk about. But I'm going through this, I'm back having these really bad night sweats, and I'm not good with this. I don't like it. I can't stand it. I figure I'm too old to be going through this. I figure when you get to a certain age in your life, a certain point in your life, you should not be going through no menopause still. I mean, I'm almost 70. Why am I going through menopause? You know, patches. They'll tell you to wear these, back in the day, they had me wearing these patches. My mom wore them, so I figured I should wear the patches and stuff. Be very, very careful, ladies, about wearing those estrogen patches. I'm serious. Before you consent to wearing an estrogen patch, talk to your doctor about the possibility of cancer being related to those estrogen patches. Those patches are not good for everybody. So make sure you have a serious talk with your doctor before you decide to wear an estrogen patch. Another thing with menopause, they say your sex drive. They say you could lose your sex drive with menopause. Whereas ladies you just don't want to be bothered anymore. You're not feeling anything, nothing's there. And if it ain't there, it ain't there. So you know, something else to consider, and that's something else that you might want to talk to your doctor about, is your sex drive, because you're not excited anymore. You're just not feeling it. You know how back in the day when you was feeling it and stuff, and you might not be feeling that kind of way anymore. And a lot of times it's due to menopause. So that's something that you might want to talk to your doctor about. One thing I found for me when it comes to menopause would help me with the hot flashes was drinking ice cold water. I'm serious. That's the only thing that helped me. Those patches didn't help me. Those hormone pills didn't help me. They want you to go through hormone therapy. None of that stuff helped me. The only thing that calmed those flashes down, those hot flashes down for me, was ice cold water. As soon as I started drinking it, my body would just calm down. It will calm all the way down. And so if you're experiencing menopause and they tell you to take these, everybody's going to have a cure. Everybody's going to have a remedy for menopause. They're going to tell you to go to the health food store, and they're going to tell you, oh, get this vitamin, get that vitamin, take this, take that. Try some ice cold water and see if that helps before you spend a dime on anything, because those pharmaceutical companies, especially the vitamins, they make so much money off of us telling us, oh, try this will work, try that'll work, and 9 times out of 10 don't none of that stuff work. Now in your mind you might think it's working, but a lot of times that stuff don't be working for us. So be careful about that, taking all that that kind of stuff. Let's see what else I got in here from menopause, talking about menopause. Well, that's pretty much it. But I mean, it's more to it than what I'm talking about. I'm just telling you my experience with menopause. Now, I watched this video by this young lady named Liz in the Middle. It was a really good video on menopause. And she was talking about her emotions, because some people, are very emotional when they're going through menopause. Not me. A lot of stuff that affects people, it didn't affect me. The emotional thing, like up and down, people have mood swings, they be crying, they be just going through it. Because they didn't call it menopause. They said going through the change. Oh, she going through the change. Oh, girl, I've already been through the change. I thought I had been through the change, but the change came back up on me. The change has come back up on me. But no, yeah, going through the change of life. Menopause is nothing but whenever you hear someone say, oh, she's going through the change or she's going through the change of life, they're talking about menopause. It's all the same thing. But I just wanted to share that with you. And, leave a comment, about your experience with menopause or if you're going through anything. And if you're a man, leave a comment because men do go through menopause. Let's kick this around. Let's talk about it. Let's see what other people are experiencing out there. Now, I always talk about this in my video that I'm going through this sciatic nerve problems and I'm still going through it. Nothing has changed. I'm waiting on surgery and I can't wait to have my surgery. And they said it's going to take 2 surgeons to do my surgery. My surgery is very serious. I have a L5 bulging disc. It is very, very serious. I can only stand up for 5 minutes at a time. And then I have to come back to bed and I have to lay down and stuff because I can't do it. And just like I'm sitting on this hip, this hurts. It hurts. It's not excruciating hurting right now because I took my medicine before I started the video. But like, this is me. A lot of times I really, really have to lay down because this is the side right here that I'm going through all my problems with, all the way down from the toe, leg, hip, up here, lower back. I have to have surgery there. And I'm not looking forward to the surgery. I'm looking forward to it and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because I want to get rid of this pain because this pain is on my disc. It's on my L5. The L5 bulging disc is sitting on my nerve. That's what it is. And they have to cut that away. And they have to go in through the front to get it out because they can't go in through the back because that's my spine. And when you're dealing with the spine, you're talking about paralysis if you're not super, super, super careful. That's why it's going to take 2 physicians to do this surgery. And I've been dealing with this excruciating pain since October, I think it was October 18th or 21st. No, October 21st, 2024. I've been dealing with this excruciating pain and I'm ready for this to be over with. I'm really, really ready for this to be over with. I'm not really scared about having the surgery. I just want my life back. And right now, I don't have a life. I do. What you see, me right here in this bed, this is my life right now. I do not have a life. My life is horrible. I'm not used to this, but we're going to talk about this in another video. But yeah, going through the change of life, going through menopause. Yes, ladies, we go through menopause and men do too. And like my husband said, they will never admit it. But he said men go through menopause too. And with that being said, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to Chef Renee, the personal chef, because yes, I am a chef. As you guys know, cooking is my thing. But right now, the girl can't cook. So she tried to give you recipes on other things, try to give you recipes about relationship, try to share her recipe on menopause, what worked for me. And that was ice cold water. That stops my hot flashes. Now the night sweats, the only thing I could do about the night sweats is just pick up pick up something and just do this or get a towel or something and just, because you want to dry off as soon as possible. I have had night sweats so bad that I've had to literally change my pajamas. Whatever night shirt I had on, that thing was so soaking wet, I had to literally take it off and put on a dry one. Or don't put on anything, or make sure I have a towel up underneath me so that I don't, be too wet, because it's bad. Them night sweats ain't no joke. So, and my house be cold because I can't sleep in heat. So the night sweats be tearing me up. For the last 4 or 5 nights, I've been waking up night sweats, night sweats, night sweats. But subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know about your experience with menopause, aka the change of life. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.